Wish we knew how she died.
Tox screen came back negative. No drugs, no poison, not even caffeine.
So, ball's in your court, Fisher.
Dr. Brennan left me with exactly 1,263 bone fragments, each one screaming pain, violence, and hopelessness. So how about cutting me a little slack?
The job gets easier with time, Mr. Fisher.
You look bummed.
What? No, it's just sometimes answers pose more questions than they answer.
Thus the melancholy.
Did you discover cause of death yet?
Life, man. Life is always the cause of death. 1,263 bone fragments, and I've checked every single one of them. And the only cause of death I see is on the squamous temporal bone.
The localized staining would be consistent with blunt force trauma.
Except there's no sign of that on the exterior of the skull.
Then it was probably caused by a ruptured aneurysm.
Which would make her death an accident. And our pursuit for a villain merely a cry for justice in an unjust world.
What's with the long face there, sunshine?
Mr. Fisher just broke up with his girlfriend and he's feeling a little down.
What about me? My girlfriend and I broke up. I gotta see her at work every day.
Well, obviously it hasn't blackened your soul like it has mine.
There was some light charring.
I'm dead inside.
Okay, you win. Happy?
Not that I can ever remember.
It doesn't contain human remains. Bedford Creek. It's an excellent cab. Very full-bodied. Looks like an Australian Shiraz.
I only drink diet soda. I'm hoping the preservatives can add some stability to my life.
You think he was stabbed?
I can't tell from the incised edges because the bones are soft and completely stained from soaking in the wine.
Man, I can barely get wine stains out of my shirt, let alone a skeleton.
But your shirt isn't composed of calcium. Oh my God. I can clean them. This is weird. Something good is happening.
Take a deep breath. I'm sure it'll pass.
The approximate weight of the bones is 12.43 kilograms. I'm gonna need 781 boxes of denture cleaner.
Avatar?
Yep. There were over 10,000 entries for 500 tickets.
And you won.
Yeah, good fortune, if I thought that good fortune existed.
And you're taking us.
All friendship is fleeting and ends in abandonment. So why not spend a few good hours with you guys until it all falls apart?
Works for me.
Heck yeah, it does. Nice. Avatar. You guys do realize that being this excited about a sci-fi film will drastically cut down on the number of women that will sleep with us.
Oh, I'm into the high double digits, sex-wise, so not worried.
You're closing in on 100 women?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fisher, I'm ready.
Coming, Dr. Brennan.
This is Fisher.
Are you a shrink too?
Nope. Forensic anthropologist.
He works with the dead.
The dead. Really?
What can I say? I can relate to the boundary between this existence and whatever screaming cold hell comes next. My shrink thought I should get out of the forensic anthropology business. I tried to explain it's not violent death that makes me morbidly depressed. It was life.
And he thinks that explanation shows a positive attitude?
Oh, I'm quite positive about my job. Looks like all we're left with is some more good news.
Found a little present for us in the mold.
Ew.
The exoskeleton of a chimney swift bedbug.
Bedbugs? That's more good news.
Yeah.
Tracking bedbug outbreaks? There's an app for that.
Would it be possible to work backwards from the location of the body find to figure out where along the tornado's path the victim was picked up?
I'm not sure, but I can try.
Hey, the only difference between try and triumph is a little umph. Yeah, my mom puts motivational sayings up on the fridge. Oh God, she's destroying me. So you befriended my mother so that you could have sex with me?
Pretty much.
That makes me feel very odd.
Happy?
Oh my God. I think you may be right.
I want your high five, mama.
The heinousness of Gein's crimes diminishes in comparison to those of the Aztecs.
More heinous than a nipple belt?
In order to appease Teotl, the fire god, the Aztecs would burn their captives alive. Moments before death, the human sacrifices were pulled from the fire to have their still beating hearts ripped out of their chests.
Those were the good old days.
Those were the bad days. What kind of freak feels nostalgic over human sacrifices?
I'm gonna go ahead and plead the fifth on that.
Do I even want to know?
Dr. Soroyan, it's past 10. What are you still doing here?
Oh, digging through the booze-soaked lobster ravioli I found in the victim's stomach.
Last meal, huh? $2,000 a night call girl. Definitely not skimping on dinner. You might be able to find what restaurant she went to.
Your turn.
I am examining the victim's remains.
By the light of a lantern?
Oh, the lantern provides oblique lighting, which bounces off an angled reflector and back onto the bone, which happens to be awesome for spotting scratches and microcuts on bone.
But mostly it's because it appeals to your sense of the macabre.
It does make me look insane, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, if I can gather the team here quickly, I feel having spent some time in a loony bin, I have a leg up here.
Not now, Fisher.
All right, there is an elephant in this room, and it's standing between us and the remains. And until we move the pachyderm out of the way, we're not gonna be able to think clearly.
I'm sorry, were you locked in a loony bin or a zoo?
9/11 was a trauma to us all. Not like this guy or the people who died that day, but it still changed us, right? And we act like it doesn't matter. Clearly, Wendell is freaking out here, and you went nuts earlier. The first rule at the loony bin is to get it all out in the open. So that's what we're gonna do right here, all right? I'll go. I was in high school. It was my senior year. I was breaking into my history teacher's desk to steal a test that I hadn't studied for. And he walked in, and he was crying. He couldn't care less what I was doing. And that's when I found out. So I talked to him. That stolen test in my hand. And we both just sat and we cried.
Mr. Fisher, if we are to determine the murder weapon, it is of the uttermost importance that the remains be clean.
Dr. Hodgins has a plan. I don't know if you're aware, but I do a bit of stand-up myself.
I imagine you're not very skilled at it, as you're not a humorous person.
My routine is dark, disturbing, and uncomfortable, just the way a comedy show should be. Sorry.
You're late, Mr. Fisher.
Apologies. I was watching the news and wondering if it was even worth getting dressed.
Oh, we've missed you, Fisher.
Doesn't this seem worth it, Mr. Fisher?
It has possibilities. Were any of those fractures caused by the burial?
No, they're all paramortem.
Looks like repeated trauma to the parietal bone along the sagittal suture. Criminals never disappoint, do they? About your brother.
I'm fine, Fisher.
Well, that's not true. Look, I've spent time at the loony bin, and I was grateful for it, because sometimes it's the right place to be. Painful, sure. But what's worse is when someone would look at you like you shouldn't be there. I always felt like I'd done something wrong rather than just having a disease, you know? I know this sounds crazy, but you gotta be happy for him in there. Especially now that he's found you. Trust me, he just won the lottery. Okay, so that was all sincere, but I'm feeling a little sick talking like that, so I'm gonna go now.
Look at the central and lateral incisors, Mr. Fisher.
They're chipped.
The surface is unabraded. It appears to be recent and perimortem.
He probably got into a fight with his killer.
No, the carpals are intact. The humerus, ulna, and radius bilaterally show no signs of defensive wounds.
I'd posit that the chipped teeth suggest that a tube or funnel was forced down the victim's throat.
To fill him up with alcohol. Bastard.
I beg your pardon?
Fisher's just starting to realize that murderers are bad.
Look at the concomitant fractures. The damage to the right temporal bone was inflicted prior to the victim's fall.
I concur. The concentric fractures from the fall stop when they encounter the damage to the temporal squama.
The temporal squama being a relatively thin area of the skull.
A fact which further points to the killer being highly skilled. He knew the most vulnerable point at which to strike.
You said Dr. Hudgens found no trace within the wound?
None. Which is strange if the killer struck the victim with any kind of weapon.
But not if he struck him with his elbow or his knee.
Oh, God. Yeah, I feel the inadequacy rising up inside of me, which means that obviously you've seen this type of injury before.
Yes, the combatant was a Navy SEAL, and he used the maneuver to kill his would-be captor.
Hey, Fisher, before you go, are you finally going to tell us who it is that you work for?
Now, you know I can't do that.
Oh, there's no need. I've already figured it out.
Come again?
It wasn't that hard. You were recommended by the Secret Service, so you obviously have a connection to the White House.
You know what, I'd love to sit and talk about it, but I actually do have to go.
And you travel extensively with those young, nubile women, so I'm guessing that you're probably a college tutor for the president's daughter.
No. Fisher, seriously?
Look, before I showed up, she was a C student, okay? Now she is B's and B pluses. She's got 1 C, and we're working on that before the finals. I'm gonna knock that one up as well, okay? I hate both of you, and I'm super depressed that you figured that out. I'm off my game these days. Bye. Oh, you guys actually read Dr. Brennan's books?
You don't?
Well, no offense to her, but I find them to be a little lowbrow.
Okay, I would definitely not let Dr. B hear you say that.
Yeah, I'm more into the nihilist work. Nietzsche, Kierkegaard, Garfield.
Like the cartoon cat?